All right, thanks everyone. I know we've given you a lot of information about supplements versus Medicare Advantage plans, a couple of the details about Medicare 101. Now, how do we get out and start selling? What do we need to look for? What individuals are we looking for that qualify outside of annual enrollment period? There's actually a couple different special enrollment periods that an individual is able to qualify to move during the year outside of annual enrollment period. I'm going to go over just a couple of them. I got about 8 top ones that I always look for that are very easy to identify, that'll actually help you create business and enrollments right now. First and foremost, one of the basic ones that we all do is the dual individuals, meaning anyone who qualifies for Medicare and Medicaid through the state will receive a special election period. Now there's a whole special enrollment period booklet that we can get out to you, but we're only going to hit a couple of highlights. Right now, if an individual receives $1,000 a month as a single individual or less, they will qualify for Medicaid through your state. Now, with that being said, that individual can go ahead and enroll the first of the following month of every single month throughout the year. No more waiting until annual enrollment period. That will go into effect immediately. Another individual, the second one that I always look for, are individuals who are low income or who receive low income subsidy or extra help from Social Security. That individual is going to make on average around $1,500 a month. That individual will make up to $1,500 every single month as their Social Security income. These individuals qualify for a Medicare Advantage plan, and they can be switched at any time throughout the year as well. They can switch from one plan to the next plan at any point in time without having any type of restrictions. Another individual, once we go through those 2 questions and identify that maybe they are not dual or they don't have low income, let's find out about their health. Per CMS and Medicare, you're not able to cherry pick by asking certain health questions unless it pertains to the enrollment of an application. Some plans called Chronic Special Needs Plans or CSNPs will actually allow an individual to enroll into that plan for one of the following: chronic health failure, COPD, and diabetes. Now remember, all of these require an attestation form required by the carrier. So just because somebody says they have one of these conditions doesn't mean that they are automatically going to be enrolled into the plan and allowed a special election period to switch different plans. They do have to answer attestation forms. They will be sent to each doctor. The provider will have a certain time frame to get that attestation form back to the carrier. Now, a couple of key points. Chronic health failure. Just because your client has had a heart attack or a bypass in the past, that does not qualify them for having chronic health failure. They will actually be diagnosed as chronic health failure through their primary care physician or specialist. When it comes to diabetes, it actually can be controlled with diet. They may not even be taking their blood levels every single day or taking prescriptions. Prescriptions are not necessary for a diabetic attestation form. That doctor will have to verify that at one point or another that individual was diagnosed or was somehow advised that they had high blood sugar levels. Moving on from chronic individuals, you got individuals that we all know about, the age-in group. We all understand that there's 10,000 baby boomers a day retiring every single day for the next 20 years. These individuals can enroll up to 3 months prior to their 65th birthday. This is a great demographic to go over, and it's going to keep you going for a very, very long time. Another special election period is when somebody moves. If somebody moves from one area to another area, depending on their Medicare Advantage plan and their supplement plan, they are going to have to change. And that offers a special election period for up to 2 months after they move and they change their residence. This allows you to work with people like realtors, people who are in charge of home and auto insurance that now have to insure these individuals. So you want to start marketing towards those individuals as well. A big one that we see is loss of coverage. That is another special election period, meaning it could be a voluntary or involuntary loss of group coverage. A spouse could be retiring, an individual could be retiring themselves and getting off their group insurance. This special election period expires 2 months after they retire. Another individual who will qualify for a special election period that I look for are individuals who have VA benefits, the Veterans Assistance. So individuals who have Veterans Assistance do have the option to move into a Medicare Advantage plan. Typically, the Medicare Advantage plans with no Part D prescription drug plans are the best to fit their needs. Medicare guides every company by their star ratings. The lower the star ratings, the lower the performance typically is from these Medicare Advantage companies. Medicare rates these plans anywhere from a 1-star to a 5-star. Because these carriers reach a 5-star status, the government allows them to enroll members into their plan at any time throughout the year. They do not have to wait until annual enrollment period. These are just a couple of the top special election periods to help you get started. Please go through them and review them as often as possible. You'll have a lot of other special enrollment periods, but these are the ones that we typically see. Individuals who are on dual, those who have low income subsidy, plans that offer special election periods for individuals with chronic conditions, anyone who ages in by turning 65, anyone who moves into the area that does not have their current plan and therefore needs to make another decision, loss of coverage, whether it is voluntary or involuntary, from a group insurance plan. Again, anyone who receives veteran assistance is able to use the VA and make an additional election for the Medicare supplement plans or Medicare Advantage plans, and also those plans with 5-star ratings. Please keep this in mind. Visit our other trainings about special election and enrollment periods to get in-depth detail of the rest of the plans and options available for Medicare individuals who qualify for a special election period.